I woke up and I was like half asleep and I thought I saw like a firework or something. Like it just sparkled like under my door.
Bethany Funke survived the murders on King Road and told police what she heard that morning.
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it.
I go through Bethany's police interview and point out what's important. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. 2 young women survived the horror on King Road, and if you've followed the murders in Idaho, you know who they are. They are Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funke, and they have been subjected to unspeakable harassment on social media. Keyboard warriors suggesting that they had something to do with murdering their friends. This has continued even after Brian Koberger pleaded guilty and admitted in open court to murdering Maddie Mogen, Kayla Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in the early morning hours of November 13th of 2022. BK said when asked by Judge Hippler that he did it, that he committed these crimes, that he broke into the house at 1122 King Road, armed with a K-bar knife, intending to commit murder. That's what he admitted to in court. Bethany called 911 at 11:56 a.m. on November 13th after she and Dylan had called friends Hunter Johnson and Emily Allant over to check out the house. They were scared.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
We know what happened from there. Officer Mitch Nunez was the first officer to arrive on scene, and he found Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin stabbed to death.
Where's she at? Yep. Where's she at? Where's she at?
Yes.
Where at? Up here?
Up here. You got a call from them that someone, was normal, and I just came in checking here, and you can write this down. And I checked to see if she was breathing, and I didn't check her yet, but I'm pretty sure.
13. Okay, get back.
I don't know if they're still in here or not. I really just in here. I grabbed the knife. They're like
1370. Okay, stay back there, please. Slow down. Just come here. There's 2. Looks like fatalities.
Nunez and the other officers would find there were actually 4 fatalities. Xana and Ethan in her room, and Maddie and Kayla on the 3rd floor in Maddie's room. Nunez interviewed Dylan and Bethany outside at different times, but then they were interviewed at the police station separately. Captain Dustin Blaker is assigned the task of interviewing 19-year-old Bethany Funke, the roommate who lived on the 1st floor of the house on King Road. Blaker sets up his body camera in the room to record the interview, and Bethany is understandably still in shock and crying.
First and foremost, if you could just take a deep breath for me, I understand this is stressful, okay? All I want to do is try and get an idea of what you heard, what you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy. We'll kind of go from there, okay? Can I get your name? What's your first name?
Captain Blaker is treating Bethany with kid gloves. He can tell how emotional and fragile she is. She's a survivor of a quadruple homicide, and she's a witness. So they're starting off slow, collecting details from what she remembers to establish a timeline that could help police in their investigation.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. No one else was home yet.
Anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Okay. Do you know who else was in the house at that time?
No one. Just
No one?
us.
Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Maddie and Kayla came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
It's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
Okay.
2 something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them getting
Like
home.
1:45, 2, something like that. They went to Grub Truck after, so
Okay.
I don't know.
I cover a lot of pretty scary stories here on Crime Fix, and if it's taught me anything, it's that privacy and personal safety absolutely cannot be compromised, especially when it comes to your personal info online. You would be absolutely shocked at how much of your data, like your name, phone number, and even home address, is just floating around the internet for data brokers to find and sell. Ever wonder why you get so many of those annoying spam calls and emails? That's why. Our sponsor, Incogni, is a crucial tool that helps you take back control by automatically identifying which data brokers have your info and then demanding that they remove it. Incogni actually found more than 50 brokers with my information, and within days, they started getting me removed. It's really easy to use. Just create an account, authorize Incogni to act on your behalf, and let them handle the rest. And now Incogni users can wipe their info from an even wider range of websites with the unlimited plan's new custom removals feature. All you need to do is copy and paste the links to sites where you've noticed concerning data breaches cropping up and creating issues in your life, and a team of privacy specialists will take care of the rest. The new Incogni Unlimited feature even allows users to customize their data removals and tackle the toughest of breaches with the help of a team of privacy specialists. So if you care about your online safety, and you should, take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code CRIMEFIX below on the screen and get 60% off an annual plan. We knew early on that Maddie and Kaylee went to the food truck. And now we're hearing from Bethany for the first time about what happened when they got home.
What did you do after that, after Maddie and Kaylee got home?
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little and then talked, and then Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee, the dog. And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired, and she said she was going to go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was wanting to sleep, and she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
Like 3 to 2:30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just to the back door in the kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off of Taylor,
It's the big white house up there.
all the way to the very top on the right?
Well, it's technically on Queen, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Queen Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of tucked back just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know how Cheshire at then. Okay. So you go there. You and Maddie take the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And then how long do you think that took?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So then you both come back in. So you and Maddie both
I
come
came
back
in
in.
before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so.
So you went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in?
Mm-mm.
And you went straight to bed when you came back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came in?
Actually, I came in, grabbed some chips, into my room, and watched the show for a little, and then I went to bed.
What were you watching?
It's called Baby Daddy.
Okay. How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
So one episode maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a half.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door, I think, during, and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
I just went to bed, and then I woke up, and I was like half asleep, and I just thought I saw like a firework or something, like it just sparkled like under my door, and I thought I heard like something kind of fall, and then Murphy barked, but I thought people were just making like food, like, and Ethan was here or something and knocked something over because he's usually loud in the kitchen upstairs.
Now the investigator stops Bethany there because she said something that caught his attention.
So what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a little firework, and then there was like a spark. I went by my, like, I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay.
And so it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
And so is Murphy your dog?
Kaylee's dog.
Kaylee's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but he like, I don't know, dogs bark at random things. And sometimes when he's happy, he'll bark.
Okay. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know. I was like half asleep.
Okay.
It just sounded like a bark.
So, hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door. Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
That's
after
it.
that? Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Okay.
And she was like with Murphy.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any
Like
idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them at like 4:20ish around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
We now know that that was likely Xana fighting for her life. Bethany's room was on the first floor, and Xana's room was on the second floor of the house. And at 4:17 that morning, there was a loud thud heard on a camera next door. That was likely Xana struggling with Brian Koberger.
Okay. And what happened after that?
And called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone. And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. But she came, I told her to come to my room, and she could sleep with me, and we could lock the door, and just stay in there just in case if there was anything, and that's all I know. And then I fell back asleep.
You didn't hear anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. No one else talking?
Didn't hear something.
Okay. Did you make it to your room then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time do you think she got in your room?
Around like 4:20, 4:30.
Okay, about the same time?
Yeah.
And did she say anything to you when she got into the room?
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it. I was like still half asleep, and I was like, I didn't know what to, I don't know.
Okay.
It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams, I didn't hear anything. I didn't really know.
Okay. Okay. And obviously she didn't say anything more than she just saw someone.
Yeah, that's all I remember her saying.
And that was Bethany talking about Dylan coming down to her bedroom. During the interview, we get some insight about potential suspects. It's very early on in the investigation, less than 2 hours after the 911 call. So investigators are trying to figure out who they need to interview first.
Did you hear of anything that happened to anybody?
Mm-mm.
Was there anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know of anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends? Anything like that?
Mm-hmm. All their ex-boyfriends were really nice, and they still were good friends.
Okay. Have you ever had any of your roommates complain about anyone stalking them?
Mm-mm. Once though, Kaylee said when everyone was like gone, me and were at the sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago, and she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the
Remember
backyard.
how long ago that was?
Maybe like a month. She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her.
You think it was about a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Did Kaylee have any issues with anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. None of them have made any comments or statements of anyone trying to come onto them or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
And you said that all of the ex-boyfriends and that, they're all normally very nice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them fairly recent breakups?
One, but I don't know.
Like I said, every little bit helps. So, can you give me a little information on that one?
His name's he lives
Okay. Where's he live?
down the street.
On Taylor?
On King, I think.
Okay.
And he and Kaylee share Murphy,
Okay.
and they dated for 7 years.
The ex-boyfriends and the current boyfriend, they were investigated and ruled out as suspects. But then Bethany reveals something about Kaylee, about her move to Texas. She may have been having second thoughts about it.
Do you know when she was going to move to Texas?
After the semester. But then apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed your mind?
I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Okay. Is there anything else you think is important for me to know? And you might remember things later. That's very normal, okay? If you think you remember anything else, please reach back out to us. And we'll bring you back in and we'll get that information, okay? Just going to go back through my notes real quick before I have to go, okay? And you don't remember Kaylee's last name?
Goncalves.
Goncalves?
Yeah, Goncalves.
Okay, can you spell it for me?
I don't know how to spell it.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. All right, Bethany, I very much thank you for sitting down with me, okay?
And that was how the interview ended. Bethany, again, lived on the first floor of the home, so what she heard was limited, but she was expected to testify at trial. She had been communicating with Dylan back and forth via text that morning, but with BK pleading guilty, that did not happen. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.